Hello everyone, I'm Akili Brown and welcome to the 127th Annual Independence Day Parade celebration. I'm joining you on Maple Avenue right in front of the Takoma Park Community Center for what promises to be, even though a little cloudy, a wonderful celebration. Hello everyone, I'm now here speaking with one of the two Grand Marshals for this year's parade, the Young Activist Club. So you guys were saying a particular chant. Could you do that chant for me again?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Okay, so guys, let's do the chant. Okay.
Ready for the chant?
What do we want? Compost! Where do we want it? At school! When do we want it? Now!
So can you tell me a little bit about that chant and sort of what it represents and what it means to you guys?
Yeah, for sure. So right now what we're doing is we are starting a compost crew to get composting bins in our school lunch cafeterias. Right now there's only trash and recycling. And they have recently gotten cardboard trays. But the trays are compostable. They're also recyclable if there's no food on them. And a lot of the time they're covered in food. And so they go straight into the trash because food is not recyclable. So most foods are compostable. But at the moment, Montgomery County schools only have a recycling bin and a trash bin. And we also have cardboard trays, which are recyclable if they don't have food on them. If they do have food on them, then they go straight into the trash, which is a total waste. And so so what we want to do is get a compost bin to put those trays and the food in. What you would do is we could rip up the trays so they break down easier, and at the end of the week, all the trays would be in the compost, and our club would come by and pick them up and compost them and be able to use them as soil.
And as far as what you want the public to know that the public may not know, or are there any particular ways in which you would like the public to pitch in and help?
Yes, we are actually asking for volunteers for the compost crew, and you can reach us at www.youngactivistclub.org.
And what about members? How old do you have to be members of the Young Activist Club?
Well, you just pretty much have to sign up. You can ask either Brenda Platt or Nadine Watch. They are our leaders.
And can you give us the website again where we can go and get more information?
Yes, it's www.youngactivistsclub.org.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And happy 4th of July.
You too. Happy 4th.
What do we want? Compost! Where do we want it? At school! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Compost!
Hi again, guys. I am now here with members of Takoma Dogs, Stacy and Barbara. Let me start off by first saying happy 4th of July to you both.
You too.
Could you tell me a little bit about the float? And also, well, maybe I shouldn't ask about the float first. Maybe I should ask about the organization. And I'm sure the float came as a result of the work the organization has been doing. So can you tell us a little bit about Takoma Dogs, what it's about, the work that's being done?
Takoma Dogs is a grassroots organization in Takoma Park that is advocating to get an official dog park in Takoma Park versus all the informal dog parks that have sprung up around the city that they're they're okay, but oftentimes dogs run away, or Montgomery County Animal Control comes by and cracks down on those parks. But dog parks are a great way to get people together and meet different people in the city that you wouldn't otherwise meet. It's a great way to socialize, both for dogs and for people, find out what's going on in the community, and just build stronger connections within the community, both among people and among their dogs. There are informal dog parks, like I said, people who meet on school playgrounds and different little parks in the area, though they probably shouldn't be doing that. And there's a lot of people who can't do that because their dogs would run away because they're not fenced in. So what we're trying to do is have an official dog park that is fenced in, meets all the regulations, and that people can come to and meet people from around Takoma Park and let their dogs run and socialize and have fun like we all want to.
Now I have to move on to now the next most important topic here, the float. How did this float come to creation?
Well, last year, a group called Kinetic Sculptures, they came with us, they walked with us with their big dog that they had a sculpture at the time, and they had 6 people bicycling this big dog. We asked them if they could participate this year, and they had other plans with a different sculpture, but they had some of the pieces of the dog still. They took it apart, but they still had some of the pieces, and we were welcome to do something with the pieces of the dog. And I always wanted to do a dog park, a mini dog park for the parade for the last couple of years, and that gave me the opportunity to actually pursue that and incorporate the big dog in it. And so it just kind of came about, a combination of the two, and so it took a lot of work, but it finally came together.
And some very well-behaved little dogs.
Okay, I have to say the float really does look amazing. And I'm not a part of the selection committee for prizes or anything like that. I'm just a fan of floats, but I think you all should win something for this float. It's really a
lot
great
of laughs and a lot of cheers along the way. So
which I think is the point
Yes.
of a parade, for people to be really happy at what they see.
Yep.
So congratulations, and I hope the park comes to fruition. I hope the park comes through. And again, happy 4th of July.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you very much.
Happy 4th.
I wanted to ask you all how you all enjoyed the parade. What'd you think of it? Any floats that you really liked or anything that you look forward to?
It was great. The kids really liked the cupcake that's going by. The chickens were pretty cool. They thought that was cool that the chickens were being in the bicycles and everything. It was a really good family-oriented, parade. The kids really have fun in it. We come here every 4th of July in the morning, so that way they can have a good time. Start 4th of July off right. And then end it with some ice cream.
And then end it right with some ice cream.
Definitely.
Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. And also, happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July. Hey again, everyone, and now I'm back with one of the 2 Grand Marshals of this year's Independence Day Parade. Man up. First question for you guys. How did it feel to be a part of the parade this year, and then to also be selected as one of 2 Grand Marshals for the parade?
It's a tremendous honor to be recognized in the community that we serve, and there was wonderful energy. It was great to see all the faces, and the kids were just so adorable, so it was awesome.
Definitely an honor being part of the parade and being chosen to be Grand Marshal. So we're just happy to be here. It was fun. It was a good time.
And now when it comes to some of the work, now if I'm not mistaken, you two ladies are mentors. How has that process been for you to become a part of Man Up as a mentor, the work you've been doing? Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Man Up has definitely helped to give my life a lot more purpose, and it's really awesome to see kids get from point A to point B as far as their growth and their commitment to lifelong learning. So that's awesome.
It's definitely been rewarding, just watching the kids from when they first start with Man Up through graduating and going to college. So it's just been really nice watching them grow and learn from the services we provide.
And now for you two, I guess being there from the start, being one of the founders of Man Up and just kind of seeing as the missus the process, can you kind of talk to me about where Man Up where Man Up began and sort of the work and things that you've seen, you've heard to kind of get us to this point now where you're actually selected as a Grand Marshal?
Well, we started off as just an organization trying to help kids. So we weren't a nonprofit, we weren't anything, we weren't a mentoring group. We were just at the point, really, 8 guys and ladies trying to really help out some kids in the Takoma Park area. This is where we lived, so we thought it was important for us to work with the young people in the areas we live. Now, to be 7, almost 8 years later, and be recognized by the city of Takoma Park to be Grand Marshals, it does mean something. It means that the city then sees our value and see what we do with our community and with our youth. So it's great to be valued. We don't do this for the recognition, but it's great to see that people do see that the work we've been putting in over these past 7, almost 8 years.
And now I don't want to get too far ahead of myself or anything, but do you think it's possible to kind of talk about any of the goals going forward, anything you would like to see happen, anything you hope to happen?
Yep. Well, what we created here in Takoma Park is kind of a model for what we want to do to expand. We work at the community center. We also did a program at some of the local apartments at the Essex House where we have some of our teenagers become incentivized to be employers or volunteers to work with younger youth. And we also want to have we also work with older youth as kind of a peer mentor. So the model that we're setting in Takoma Park to really have a full circle, connection with youth ages 24 to going down to almost 12 and almost actually going down to 4. This year, actually, we're partnering with Lunch and Learn, which is a summertime enrichment program as well. So we're actually even touching youth that are starting off at kindergarten ages. So having that touch is what we're trying to expand to other models for what in other cities and other areas. We've done some expansion to DC this year, so really continuing to build this model and build this kind of set of programs is what we want to do here in Takoma Park, and then expand. And, a lot of kids need this service. A lot of young people need the services that we bring. So we're just really trying to expand on that and continue to better our efforts and be more efficient.
And so for any of the folks that are at home who weren't able to make it out to the parade today, I guess any of the folks here at the parade today who'd never heard of Man Up before, how can they help? How can they reach out to you guys? How can they contact you?
There's a number of ways they can help. One, as volunteers, we always taking volunteers, and it can be volunteer for our mentoring organization as a mentor, or it can also be volunteering as far as kind of the background stuff. We're still our emerging organization, so we still need assistance as far as advisory committee people or people that can really give us some direction or help with funding. And we also need people that have some expertise and knowledge in what it takes to really raise our community. And also other community neighborhood nonprofits. We want that as well. We want to build with our community. So anyone else that's vested in working with the youth and with the community, we want that as well. You can definitely reach out to us on social media. We're on Instagram at Man Up Now. We're on Facebook as well as Man Up Now. Our website is right here. You'll see it right here.
Can you spell that out?
www.manupnow.org. So it's also right here, so you can see us on the website, and you can also contact us. We have an info@manupnow.org that you can email as well. So there's a lot of different ways to get in contact with us. And we're also, for Takoma Park residents, we're at the Takoma Park Recreation Center on Tuesdays at 6:30. And the Recreation Department, of course, knows how to get in touch with us as well.
All right. Well, thank you guys for your time. I really appreciate it. Congratulations again on being selected Grand Marshals. And last but not least, happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th! Thank you.
now, guys, I'm talking with one of the spectators of this year's Independence Day Parade, and we were kind of talking about some of the older parades and some of the floats that she saw in the past that she missed. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
I miss everything. I'm a Maple Ave native. Hold on, Sanaa. And up until 7 years ago, it was awesome. Everything is different. It's short. They're missing all the bands, all the groups. I'm tired of seeing all the dogs. I mean, bring back the stuff that used to be here up until 7 years ago. The excitement. It was so boring.
There we go. So we got a lot of different perspectives, and I'm glad you actually took the time to share that with us. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Happy 4th of July.
You too. Ta-ta.
Speaking with one of the members of Panquility, Kimberly, and I was speaking to her a little bit about my curiosity, maybe confusion, but more curiosity of how does a steel pan band relate to Independence Day in America?
Well, the great thing about being in America is that so many cultures are welcome, and my parents are Caribbean descent, and I was born here, so I'm Caribbean American, which is great. So I get to mesh my two cultures together, and what a great day like Independence Day. And Takoma Park is always welcoming of all different kinds of cultures, so it's a great opportunity.
Yeah. How long have you been a member in the band?
I've been a member since it began. It began with 3 of us, and that was in 2005. So. Been a member
3.
Yeah.
So you've gone from 3 to how many members now?
Right now, I think we have about 20-something members, and the youngest member is 7 years old.
7 years old. What does a boy or girl?
They're boys. There's 3 boys, 2 7-year-olds and a 9-year-old.
And so the ages for playing the pan, it doesn't matter. You can be...
whenever you're ready. So, maybe about 6, 7 years old is when, you can really keep up with the band and, understand music theory and stuff like that. So, yeah.
And so you were telling me also that your children are also a part of the band as well?
Yes. I have 2 boys who are in the band who play different instruments. One plays the bass and the other one plays the tenor.
And how old were they when they became members?
One just became a member maybe a couple months ago, and he's playing today. And the other one started when he was 6.
Okay. Now, as far as steel pan goes, do you have a favorite song, or is there anything that really jumps out?
I love my soca. So I love my soca. So Iron by Zodi is by Allison Hines, and I love that. So every time we play that, oh my gosh, I cut loose.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so for folks who were here today at the parade, or folks who didn't make it out to the parade, how can they come and partake in the wonderful music that you all play?
Panquility is out of Maryland, so it's out of Glendale, Maryland, and which is pretty local. And we perform at different parades. We're always with Takoma Park, the International Festival. We're there, Bowie International Festival, Bowie Parade. So we go to different parades and also perform at weddings.
Okay. Is there a website or any social media?
Definitely. It's www.panquility.com.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
And happy 4th of July to you.
Thank you. Enjoy the music.
Well, that's all, folks. We've come to the end of this year's Independence Day celebration, and I want to take another moment to congratulate and also celebrate the Young Activist Club and Man Up, this year's Grand Marshals. Celebrate the work that they've been doing towards Takoma Park's better and brighter future. Congratulations to them. Happy Independence Day, Takoma Park. Take care, and I'll see you next time.